What is going on, YouTube? You got AJayPay. This is, I guess, a recording thing because some people are kind of curious of how I record this. I mean, how I edit Pokemon Platinum Dual Nuzlocke Randomizer versus, and I'm gonna kind of show you how. So the following applications that I use is obviously this Mume, the emulator for the DS, to record the game, but that doesn't really matter. We're talking about editing. So editing, I use basically just Screenflow and Adobe Photoshop Elements 10 editor, basically Photoshop. So first I'm gonna open up the file because once you're done recording, it automatically saves the file, and I don't have it in the recently opened one, so I'm gonna open it up, and it's under Pokemon stuff, and I got episode 19 right there, which I haven't opened in a while. So that's episode 18, what you just saw. So here is episode 19, unedited. Now I'm just gonna go edit it. So what I do first is basically just size the screen here. So unlock that. Then pretty much you can size the screen in Screenflow by clicking on the screen or with your clip, and hold Control, and then just grab one of these points and just drag from there. And from there, I'm just kind of trying to size the screen so that way I can get both of them. And usually I like to stretch it out so that way I can get a close, more precise. Because if it's small, then you're not going to get as much of a precise point. I think that's good there. And then all I need to do for this one is just do the same as well. Just going to size that up a bit higher. And I don't have the best time in the world, so like my editing is not the best in the world at all. Like half the time things are crooked, but you guys either don't notice it or it just looks fine. But in general, now this is looking all good. So now what I'm gonna do is just kind of just size it up a bit again. And then now what I actually do here is I copy it and literally just paste the second one, because I need two for the screens obviously. And then I drag it down to the bottom here on the timeline. Now what I want to do is just split these screens together, because I like to keep both screens on the screen. So this first one right here, I'm going to take and actually, this is going to be the top screen. So I'm just going to do the same process as last time. It's kind of the same thing. This is not going to be an entertaining video in no way, shape, or form. This is just going to be a video for the people who are curious and the people who kind of want to do the things that they basically want to do this Nuzlocke themselves on their channel. So hey, so basically I'm just going to kind of do the same thing right here and just edit it a bit, and okay, that should be good. No, that's not good. I see a tiny bit of gray up there, so I'm actually gonna go there. Okay, there we go. Now as you can tell right here, you can see the audio waves of this. This is for my voice, and then this is the game audio and Corey's voice. What I want to do is I want to have the bottom screen silenced, because half the time I don't need the bottom screen because of either people's comments or for the comment question of the day. So that's what I kind of have here. Alright, so, whoops, did not mean to make it bigger like that. So now that we got that done, you're kind of wondering, okay, how do I get the right size for each video for each of the screens, and then the scorecard up here on Corey's side? Quite simple, really. I actually use, I'm going to minimize 19 for now, we're going to go back to it. I actually use the previous episode's videos, and I actually copy paste from there. So what I'm going to do is copy, no, I don't want Corey's side though. Oh well, I kind of messed up on this one, but the point is, I'm gonna copy, and then whoa, okay, Photoshop. That's not really a spoiler though, but whatever. And then I immediately am going to paste right here, a part of episode 18, not all of it though. And that's kind of how I size it, because now I'm just gonna take the bottom screen, because Screenflow has a nice thing. It has an automatic like line grid or whatever or something. I don't know what the exact wording for it is. And then basically, I'm just gonna kind of just size it up. So sides there with the yellow line there, okay. Because it also, if there's like a blank screen here, it automatically has a it still automatically has a grid, so it knows the halfway points and stuff. So that's how I got it in the beginning the first time. But in general, this is how I edit the videos now and size it and stuff. So now that that's all sized, I just make sure that's good. Now what I want to do is grab these two here and just delete them. Simple as that. So now those are gone. I believe I had one more thing accidentally copied. Holy crap, I have a lot copied. I want to get rid of all that because I don't need that for this episode. Okay. So I'm going to go here to real quick this tab right here. just to kind of delete their side of it so that way I don't see it. Your media clip has been in timeline. Okay, sure. There we go. Okay, that part of the screen was apparently still on there. And then I'll delete that part too. So that way when I save it won't do like copy and editing things. And as you can see here, it's size fine. You may hear the audio there. I'll probably turn it off. But yeah, we'll just save that real quick. Okay, so gonna go minimize that again. I'm just mainly gonna find the last scorecard part, and that's gonna actually stay for this episode. And whoops, I did it again, and boom, there you go. So far it's size right now. All we need to do left is get Corey's side. Well, actually, first we're gonna figure out when this episode starts. So I have to actually just listen to the audio track to see who introduces the episode, and then I'll cut that part from there. And then eventually I'll put Corey's part in. So I gotta figure out who introduces the episode. And I think it's Corey this episode. Okay, it was Corey this episode, but I interrupted him. So. From there, this is where he starts in the introduction, and I just kind of just take everything from this side and just kind of delete it from there. And I don't know why the scorecard's up so high, but I'm definitely gonna drag it down in a second. Then all I do is select all and drag it back up to the front, so that way it's decent. And I'll add the intro stuff later. I usually add the intro stuff last, and I think my thing is lagging for some reason. I actually don't know why. Let's go drag that, and then we'll drag this down here so that way it's not as awkward. And why the hell this is what Screenflow does sometimes. This is one of the problems I have with Screenflow. If you have it open for too long, it just kind of just doesn't do some of the stuff, and you have to do it some complicated way like it just did. But there you go. There's that. I'm gonna delete these screenshots too because these screenshots aren't even supposed to be here. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So basically, episode start and end, I got all that. Now I need Corey's side. So what I'm going to do is I'm on this tab again. I'm going to add media, and then it's under my downloads for some reason. This is where all Corey's Skype. Corey sends me his side based off of Skype. And I'll put episode 19. That's the latest one he gave me. And then from here, I have to remember from right here where Corey first starts. He's just like, what does he say here? He says, "Welcome back, everybody." And then I cough and interrupt him. And that cough was literally on purpose. Like, I was sick during that time, but it was actually on purpose. So now I have to look at the wave things, and I'm assuming right here it kind of looks like what he said, "Welcome back" last time. So I listen to this. It definitely is. It's a bit too loud though. So I'm gonna just kind of do that. Now with Corey's side, I kind of I do the same thing like I did with mine. I just size it up before I copy it at all. So that's what I'm planning to do. So. And Corey's thing is a bit different because he has a Windows. For some reason, he has a white spot here. I don't understand why that's there, but sure. But it kind of like confused me for a bit. Then I kind of realized what it was. I was like, oh, and then I kind of fixed it with editing. But in general, let me just size this up if I can get this right. His whole screen's black, so it's kind of a bit hard. I may have cut a bit of the screen out, but I don't care. Okay, so I got that done. Now I can copy and paste it. And then now I can just size it up. And then these two parts, I literally don't use Corey's audio because it sounds pretty bad because I think Corey's mic is really sensitive for some reason. And Corey's loud, so that doesn't work out too well. But he sounds better through my audio Skype, so that's why we use that instead. Actually, wait, that's the white line that I was talking about, so I have to go down further up to the red. And I can still see a little... Oh, I think that was too much there, but... I think that's good. Okay. So, alright, so let's fix this top screen real quick and then we'll be good to go. Which is going to be right there. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, now what I got to do is copy paste both. Actually, I don't have to copy paste both of those. I don't know why I did that. I have to drag these all the way down to the bottom here. And then what I do is actually, I should keep this at 100 for now so that way I could track where Corey's saying stuff. So what I do is, if I can see, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in as close as possible for the wavelengths, and then that way I can kind of just see from there. Oh, I basically have it. Yeah, I already have it perfect. Okay, that's cool. All right, episode's pretty much done. So now what I do is I just go here and I turn the volume off for both of these, and then all I do is just size them. That's all I gotta do now at this point. So, like, this video may not be too long at all right now. What time are we at? We're at 10 minutes. Yeah, you may be thinking, oh, it only takes you 10 minutes to edit a video. Oh, this looks very, well, wrong screen. This looks very easy. You should have episodes out more. You shouldn't leave out things. No, there's more. There's more to editing this, because after this is a long, I don't know what word to use. It's a long process after this. Literally, I have to watch the whole episode because I have to update the trainer card. So I have to watch both screens at the same time. I have to rewatch I have to rewatch this episode and literally figure out when this card changes. So that's what I have to do. So I don't really want to like wait for the process for it. So I'll just kind of show you. For example, like let's say Corey either catches a new Pokemon or something. So what happens is what I do. I go to Photoshop. I go to the trainer card. The trainer card's already saved and stuff. This is updated and all that. Let's say he caught something new. He doesn't have the Volbeat. So what? I'm gonna hide that for now. So what I actually do is I go to place on the file place, and then I go to Pokemon PL, Pokemon Platinum, and then let's say Torterra, for example. No, not that Torterra. That's the channel page Torterra. I want an actual like good sprite. Let's say 259. That's not one either. Okay, I am not showing any good examples at all. Let's go all the way down here. Let's go with Rhyhorn. Yes, Rhyhorn. Perfect. Rhyhorn, you are a good example. So what I do in order to actually fit these in the box, by the way, I'm a really big noob in Photoshop. So when you see me doing this, and if there's an easier way to doing this, please tell me. So what I actually do is I kind of want to fit only the head in the box. So what I do is I'm going to use the trackpad here. I actually like, delete a majority of this thing. But actually what I do first is that I chose the hardest picture to edit for some reason. For example, why am I so dumb? Okay, so what I do here is I go to like this eraser and I click the part where I want the highest point of the picture, and literally I just like scroll sideways so that way it's actually straight, and then slowly do this. Like that's what I do. And then literally my mouse just moved up, which is really ridiculous. So now it's crappy, but I think you guys get the whole point. Basically this is what I do. I just literally do this. It takes forever, and I'm pretty sure there's an easier way to do this, but I don't know, and I suck at this stuff, and I literally probably just moved this thing again on accident, mainly because I'm in the cramped space at the moment. But yeah, this is what I basically do. I just kind of go like this, and then from there I just resize it in. So I think you guys get the whole point of it. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Get that part out of the way. Like this may not be the best editing job, as you can see right here, because like there's definitely still like a freaking huge chunk right here that I have not gotten rid of. And then yeah, I'm not doing it the best in the world, and like my best to my ability at all. Like this is a crappy job by me. But yeah. So basically, let's say it's just like that. Like honestly, I don't care at this point. So now basically, I just size it into the screen here. So let's say that's sized. I don't care. I size it more perfectly is the point. Let's say, oh, it's sized. Yay, wonderful. And then I just zoom out. Let's say I need. Once he catches a new Pokemon, I change the text obviously to let's say 17, and then out of 23, but we're not actually gonna. Well, I just did, but we're not actually gonna do that because I don't. Yeah, then you get the point. Basically, now then I go to save as, and then let's say, because I have a whole bunch of these trainer cards. At this point, I'm at 96. So now this is still gonna be 97. I save it as a JPEG file. I go to save, and I press OK, and then from there, let's say I did actually save it. I go here. And then I go to add media, and then I'd find that file on the PL. It has a date modified, but I didn't save it actually. But let's say we're gonna put back 95 in there, and then from there you find the point where he caught it or whatever, and then I just delete that part, drag this part in. It's not sized anymore, that was the thing, but you can auto size it in there by just clicking it and just resizing it in there. And shit. Boom! There we go. Hashtag done. Now I'm gonna Apple Z that, undo that, because I don't want that in there. Okay, well there you go. That's basically how I edit it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's about really it. Basically, what I do from here to add the preview and stuff is I go to a previous episode and add the preview from there and just copy paste it, all the text in the video. So it's kind of like a rinse and repeat stuff with majority of stuff. And then as for the intro, I just have a random clip and then I copy paste the previous, like, you know, for the like best viewing pleasure or whatever. I can't talk at this point. It's like 4 a.m. Point is, I just copy paste that from a previous video as well, and then I add whatever I want to it, and then I always have the curse intro on my desktop, and I just add that on there too at the beginning. So I'll just show a quick example of how to add the intro. So let's say I already have the full screen thing. I also need to add the curse intro. So the curse intro is somewhere around here. It's that one. And then basically what I do is literally I just drag it on there. And the problem is it's really hard to add stuff at the beginning. What I found out was I just put the marker right there. I copy it and then delete it real quick. I press Apple A. And then I just literally drag the whole piece. And then afterwards drag, and then afterwards go back to the beginning, paste that, drag it down there. Boom. Curse intro. That's how mainly I put the intros to the front. And yeah, that will be it, I guess. That's how I edit these videos. If you guys are all curious, this is what I use. I use Screenflow. It's amazing. Not everyone should be using it, but I'm just saying Screenflow is one of the easiest things to use, and it's great. It's a great editing software and recording software. But yeah, that about does it for me, guys. Hope that answers some of your questions, answers your curiosity, and I hope you guys enjoyed. That about does it for me, I guess. So like if you like, comment if you like, and subscribe if you like. And I'll see you fools later.